Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those. Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
You think she really needs more of that after a What if I told you it is before recorded history? Men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together.
I have, and
Now, you just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for it? Walks are fucking great cardio. Very stable fat burner. Aerobic.
just a walk. I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent. Where would this walk?
Nothing creepy. Creepy?
Wow. That is definitely a trek you're going to take alone. Now, if there isn't anything...
That's exactly what I meant. Nah, it's definitely not that.
Waves are beginning to die down. Remark? It's...
That's odd. Is
Aye.
a gu-
Anyway. Oh? Well, how can I assist you then? Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Quite the sign. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? And
Life well.
oh yeah. Take it.
That's all we have time for right now, anyway. Yeah.
Like the Capri funeral.
Hello again.
The once bright mural towers above you. Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? A prayer of sorts. To
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We've already talked to the... And then there's the church. If I were a murder suspect, I would not hide in the most prominent building here. But who knows? Maybe she's...
or spiritual. She could be looking for refuge.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way. sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old and adventurer way. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away.
She's down there.
Okay. So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapse.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. An old pipe. A building like this must have multiple. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust. The lieutenant looks a thin layer of snow as your eye and a very, very faint smell of snow. A rusty.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem correct. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal. What if you were to do something? What if you were to reconsider? Yes, climbing it would be too expensive. The animations your body needs to make interact. Astral projection. Yeah, because falling from that height,
Teleportation is not a thing.
even if it isn't, no one told you.
That's not how physics work, detective.
What are they talking about?
Teleportation, Mikhail. It's...
Oh yes,
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness, zoot, zap.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
No, not like a regular person. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring.
2 rusty metal plates that
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the...
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain.
He's quite proud of himself.
At least now we have an exit, so let's get going. It's time to investigate these passages. Yes?
You feel something, like a swarm of...
No, I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were... No, but you are...
It's not a quib. He trusts your gut feeling on this.
Possibly. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union...
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between this part of town is a fine clockwork. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation.
I leave that to your judgment.
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Definitely. I think she knows something about the mercenaries, maybe. And she won't be... You think we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point.
You mean morale?
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologist...
Well, we are not...
Let's try not... If you can't predict it, there's...
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly...
Or maybe not.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
Right behind you, officer.
The torment Lieutenant Kitsuragi is experiencing is worse than your own. But
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a...
sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentrate.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for at the upper limit is the large prime number generator station.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
The pale, it's the end of the world. The pale, it's the end of the world. I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too, as she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal.
Oh yeah, way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Damn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Just keep her talking. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted, be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives.
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you...
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizen?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken. Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus and his boss, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to...
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it.
A dull despair is creeping into her.
How the fuck did the rest of you...
Does she mean that you're not a person whom other people like?
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
What shit? I told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do. You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a...
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in...
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like wild pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that client.